What they're doing is shockingly smart. So Bernie, I mean, and I say that because I think that they have a combined IQ of a kumquat. But Bernie Sanders, who is a lifelong leech on the ass of American society and has switched his tune with regards to illegal immigration many times, he used to actually be very closed border because he used to acknowledge a reality, which is that if you have socialist redistribution in a country, you can't have an open border. That's just a giant magnet for everybody to come in and take government benefits. So he actually used to be in favor of a much more closed border. And now he's reverting back to that stance, which of course is a much more popular stance. You see her doing what Democrats are now attempting to do, which is they don't want to reverse themselves completely the way that Gavin Newsom tried to in order to get away from the trans issue. Instead, they're saying, why are we even talking about this? Who even brought this up? The answer is you brought this up. You made this a center point of your actual worldview. But you can see her trying to put that off to the side and go back to the economic populist message. And this is why I say, I think that the Democrats are gambling on one thing and one thing only, and that's an economic downturn. They are figuring that if there's an economic downturn, that their message of oligarchy is going to be effective. This is why they're also training their guns at Elon as opposed to Trump. If they train their guns at Trump, Trump is Teflon. As I've said since 2016, Donald Trump is a mud monster. And if you throw more mud at him, he just becomes more of a mud monster. But if they train their guns on Elon, they understand Elon is not vulnerable in the same way. He's not on the public dime. He obviously is the richest person in the world. He doesn't really seem to care what people think. But if they can tie together the idea that Elon and Trump are part of a corrupt oligarchy together who are manipulating American economics and impoverishing the poor, and then if the economy goes south, then they can have a sort of horseshoe theory thing happen with sort of the populist right, and they can hope for enough crossover to actually be competitive in a national election. I think they're pretty openly playing for a recession right now. I think that it's, again, I don't think it's stupid. I think the tactic itself is smart, even if the messengers are not particularly bright.